Hello, I'm Morgan from Mirror Edge Networks here in Cape Town, South Africa, and today you join me in Tokai at one of our home cinemas that we built back in 2021. We've been able to work very closely with a great client of ours to be able to design, build and install a really high quality Dolby Atmos home cinema with an amazing home cinema projector and a very easy to use Control 4 system for the use of the room. Our client is frequently watching movies in here and has given us great feedback about how we've built this room for him, and we're very excited and happy to share this with you today. So come on in. Welcome to the home cinema room. This was previously a library / reading room which had some bookshelves and some comfortable seating up here for our client to be able to read and enjoy the afternoon. However, he decided that it would be a great room to convert into the home cinema room. So what we did is we removed the bookshelves that were in here, and there was actually a cupboard behind where this projection screen is. We reinforced that and we built out the front wall so that we could mount our left, center, right speakers behind a custom manufactured 2.4 meter wide acoustically transparent projection screen. The projection screen is being illuminated from an Epson TW9400 projector, a projector we've had incredible success with over the years, and this has given us a great viewing experience from this nice close seating position in front of me. This home cinema features an M&K speaker package which we custom put together for our client. So behind the projection screen we have a left speaker which is located about here, obviously center and right, and these fall within the framing of the acoustically transparent projection screen. The M&K speakers have proven to be incredibly dynamic and offer amazing audio quality for the listening position. What we have done is we have towed in the speakers slightly so that they focus their audio on the central listening position, as that's where our client obviously chooses to sit, and a lot of his viewing is just done in the front row. In the front construction, we've also located two M&K V8 subwoofers which provide the low frequency bass response for this room, and those have given us great bass reproduction for this room. For the surround speakers and the surround back speakers, we've used the M&K M40T tripole surround speakers. These have a great audio response in terms of the fact that they've got a really nice high quality tweeter, a good mid-range driver, and they've got two side drivers as well, which provide a dispersed sound for the surround sound experience. While this is not to everybody's taste, it does create a nice broad, wide soundstage, which really gives you an enveloping surround sound experience. What we've done is mounted them straight up onto the wall at the surround position, which is just behind the primary row of seats, and on the back wall, because we didn't have any other better location to be able to mount these speakers because the door would be in the way, we've located them above the ear level of the back row and angled the speakers down on custom brackets that we manufactured. This gives a great presentation of the sound through to the primary listening position. And although people would say, the soundstage is very closed on the back of the room, it does add a tremendous amount of value to add in the rear speakers. By disabling them, you really notice that there's a space behind you where you could have additional speakers. And while presenting this option to our client, he said absolutely adding the additional surround back speakers really increases the audio value for this room, which we're very happy with. For the Dolby Atmos speakers in this room, we've gone with the M&K IC-95 in-ceiling speakers. These speakers have a good frequency response, and one of the benefits to them is that they have tiltable tweeters which we can adjust to focus the sound down to the center of the room. This gives us the best response possible for the primary listening position, while obviously giving a good dispersion to the rest of the seats. What we have done for the projection solution in this room is install an acoustically isolated projection box outside of the room with the projector installed into it. We've got an air vent in and a very powerful air extraction system which vents the hot air out into the ceiling of this room. The projector has a double glass layer on the front, which would be similar to traditional projection boxes that you would see in cinemas, and that has provided us with the ability to completely isolate the projection noise from within the room. One of the challenges that we had with this room is that our ceiling height is fixed. We have only 2.1 meters to work with, so we had to get creative with the ceiling design within the cinema room. What we've chosen to do is just drop this bordered section of the ceiling down by about 35 millimeters, and that gave us the ability to install LED strip lights into these 9 ceiling sections of this room. So what we've done is we've got 4 primary downlights that are over the seating positions so that you can find your popcorn, remote control, etc. that you're looking for. We've got foot lighting as you enter into the room, which stays on during the duration of any film or movie that you're watching. And then we've got the LED lighting on the ceiling, which is a general entry scene, or if you're just watching some TV or something that's not critical movie related. All of this lighting is controlled from Control 4 lighting dimmers and an easy to use Control 4 handheld remote control. We've been using Control 4 handheld remote controls in our home cinema rooms for many years. These are a great way to have a single universal remote control for all the devices within the room. In this instance, it's the ability to turn on and off the lights. We can obviously turn on and off the projector, the surround sound processor, the DVD player, control the Apple TV, as well as the DSTV decoder. And it makes the entire operation of the cinema much easier. A Control 4 remote control is almost a necessity in home cinema room these days due to the sheer amount of devices that we need to connect to make it easy to use for the room. What we haven't mentioned previously in this video is that this is actually an upstairs room, and behind me is the access to the ceiling void, where we've actually covered up a hidden door that leads out to be able to access any of the services that are within the ceiling of this house. But on my left hand side here, we actually have created a door which has a cutout in the top of it, and behind here is the air conditioning system for this room. We have quite an advanced air management system where we have a fresh air inlet, we've got an air conditioning cooling system for this room, as well as exhaust outlets which are at the back of the room to extract hot air out as well as extract hot air from the projector. And what we've chosen to do is use acoustically transparent fabric that allows a nice amount of cool air to filter through, and we've hidden everything in behind here. So the air conditioning system that's in behind here is able to cool this room from about 32 degrees Celsius on a hot summer's day all the way down to 18 degrees Celsius. That's obviously a tremendous temperature differential, and we're very happy with the air conditioning company that we've worked with that installed this system. One of the keynotes is obviously the air conditioning system is incredibly quiet, so we're able to leave it running during the daytime as well as watch movies here at the same time. Of course, in the equipment rack that's in behind here as well, we've got all the traditional equipment that we require, being the network equipment and router, the Anthem MRX surround sound AVR that's powering this room, the DSTV decoders that are for this room as well as other TVs within the house, the Apple TV, as well as a PlayStation 4. For the seating side of this home cinema, our client picked out these cinema seats which have some storage in them for keeping snacks nearby, as well as drinks holders. They have footrests, which can make the viewing quite comfortable, and they also recline. This is really a great way to be able to watch movies. The back row seating in this home cinema are these authentic cinema seats from a commercial cinema that our client had and specifically requested to be able to use. They are incredibly comfortable, of course, as you would know from a commercial cinema, and a great novel way to be able to integrate the commercial cinema side of things into this residential home cinema.